Hello people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bookish. I bring you fresh and spicy tips on personal development. This is the Mindset Mentor podcast with Anosong. Basically, it's just to help you understand how important it is for you to renew your mind and develop yourself and become that person that you want to become. So for this season, I told you we've been talking about personal development. And if you are just joining us, you might want to check out my other video where I talked about the meaning of personal development and how important it is for you to develop yourself. Okay. So right now, a lot of people have been asking, and what skills do I need to develop when it comes to personal development? Now, there are three major skills you must develop if you want to develop yourself personally. Now, we have the interpersonal skill that has to do with how you relate with people. This is very, very important. We might not know that the way we relate, the way we are able to coexist with others, is a fundamental part of our life and our growth. And this is what this is all about. Then, in interpersonal skills, we have like three core areas of interpersonal skill. We have the verbal communication, which happens to be the way people perceive you when you open your mouth. I said this in the other video. A lot of people get to tell who you are as soon as you open your mouth, okay? We have the non-verbal communication skill. This is under interpersonal skill. This happens to be something that has to do with your body language, the way people perceive you even when you're not talking. A lot of times you have very smart people who, even when you're talking, they are listening to what you're not saying. Now, this is a non-verbal communication skill. Then we have the communication skill. Communication skill, I said it in the other video, is very, very important. Yes, very important. When you open your mouth, people just get to tell who you are, where you're coming from, how much you have invested into yourself. These are the main core areas you want to develop when it comes to personal development. But there are other areas, okay? It all depends on your preference, but there is no area that is not important. As you want to develop yourself, you want to begin to pick this area one after the other and do it one day at a time. Work with attainable goals. You want to set goals for yourself. What goals do I have to begin to work? Do not forget I said, now, in thinking of what skills you need to develop, you want to think of these three major skills. You want to think about interpersonal skills, you want to think about communication skill, and you want to think about leadership skill, okay? Now, I told you about interpersonal skill. It has to do with how we relate with each other. And under interpersonal skill, we have verbal communication skill, non-verbal communication skill that has to do with your body language, and we have listening skills. Now, I didn't talk about listening skills before. I'm bringing it in now. A lot of us are so eager to speak when people are speaking because we want to make our point clear to them. But then you need to understand that being able to listen before you speak is a skill that a lot of people do not have right now. Now, if you're able to listen to the end before you speak, you are able to communicate reasonably because you have been able to listen to understand where the other person is going. These are the skills you want to listen. Even in our relationships, even in marriages, we have this problem where spouses don't listen. The moment you open your mouth, the other person is already shoving you away. And this is a major problem. So these are the areas you want to develop when it comes to personal development. Then leadership skill. You want to put yourself in a place where people trust you to be able to lead others because of how much you have been able to build yourself, because of your value, your core value and belief system, okay? Because of your perception towards life, because of your level of objectivity. Now, this is leadership, okay? As a leader, you must be very, very objective. This is the same reason why we hear people say, he's not talking, he's not talking. Leaders don't talk much. Let's say, for instance, Obama. Obama does not open his mouth. You know why? Because Obama, every word that comes out of Obama's mouth is millions. To get Obama to speak in your event, you're paying $1 million, not less. $1 million. So you don't expect this kind of leader to go and be opening his mouth all over the place, because his talk is not cheap. Okay? And this is how you can grow yourself to become that leader that people can trust. That when you open your mouth, you're able to dispense information. You're able to dispense wisdom. This can only happen when you grow yourself. And this is the same reason why I am saying personal development is key. For you to improve yourself and get to that person you want to see, you must adopt personal development. You must do something about personal development. It's very, very important. Now, if you're thinking of what areas to grow, now for a start, this is not a professional opinion. It is a personal opinion. For a start, you want to think of interpersonal development, how you relate with people. Now, you might want to ask, what are the examples of interpersonal skills? Now, interpersonal skill has to do with empathy, active listening skills, emotional intelligence. Now, you need to understand that interpersonal skills has to do with every area of our lives, okay? Now, it's very, very important in both professional and personal interaction. Now, how empathetic are you when listening to other people? That has to do with interpersonal skill. How much time do you give into listening to other people? Like I said earlier, before you have this urge to want to speak or interject and all of that. You know, it has to do with interpersonal skill, okay? And then emotional intelligence. How do you handle situations? How objective are you? How are you able to put yourself together irrespective of the situation, no matter how bad it is? You know, there are times where you want to just jump, you want to scream and all of that. With emotional intelligence, you're able to put yourself together and hold yourself, because you're beginning to think objectively, like, why is this happening? And why is it happening this way? And all of that. Now, these are, you know, basic examples of interpersonal skills. Now, if you like what you are saying and you want to come back to my teachings or this podcast, I will appeal to you to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so as soon as I upload a content, you get to see it. I want to use this opportunity to tell you that I sincerely appreciate you for coming back to my videos. I appreciate you a great deal. And I am going to see you in my next video. Bye.